Bana magnifique. Ini sasa tike pepio. Blana se tike ye fe. Ini blana se tike ye fe. Weya. Blana se tike ye fe. Weya. Blana se tike ye fe. Bana magnifique. Ini sasa tike pepio. Haramanishi seye. Ununo sonuko bebigo. Haramanasha la la. Uno se di bene ningo bongo. Fa 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 omwe. So I've been very fortunate to do the thing that I love doing. It's been 20 years that I've been working in music, pursuing as an artist, and vocally exploring spaces. I think last year was very significant, and I remember this, I had a conversation with Julian about this, because I kind of thought, I'm fed up of waiting for other people to give me a gig. And I thought, I'm going to create my own gig. And one of the first things that came to my mind was not the music. It had nothing to do with music at all. It was the space. Because I knew how powerful the experience of actually listening to music is. Because ultimately, that's what we are here to do, is to kind of listen to something that hopefully touches us and makes us motivates us to make the changes that we may need to make. So I picked, on this particular occasion, based on my music, I picked a sort of, it's a church, and it's a Steiner school, so my connection with children was there already. And I really, the one thing that I kind of brought in was I brought in lighting team, and I brought in somebody who could just look at the sound, and I kind of thought, how do I get them into this space? Because a lot of the time, people don't know the space that they're actually in, and that's a lot of the time where the difficulties happen, because they don't know what they're actually tuning in to listen to. The problems are already there. And I said to Julian, after a lesson, I said, I've got this idea, and I want to do this gig. What do you think I should do to start the gig? And he said, well, why don't you get them to listen to the space first? So I did, and that was the first thing I did, is I got them to listen to the space, because a lot of the time we look just what's in front of us, but they hadn't seen what was above them. So I got them to really explore their voices in that space first. And from that point, once the walls were kind of, there's statements that we have, which is like, raising the roof. It's kind of statements that people went, oh, I went to this gig, it just, guy just raised the roof. And I realized, actually, yes, that's the whole thing of actually sound in space, in some ways being received by many people, and the effect that it has on people in a good way just feels good. So the gig was a great success. It was sold out, and one of the things that delighted me the most was the fact that I could talk to people in terms of story, in some ways storytelling at the same time, but I could really, really share my heart with people about the space and how important the space was, and they were very much involved in this experience. So, I'd like to find out who's in the space. And what's your name, sir?
Brian.
Oh, sorry, my eyesight's not very good. I should have looked right at you. You're Brian. Great. Are you a teacher?
No, I'm not.
You're not? Okay. Oh, one of the things that I've noticed about, I do workshops as well, and for the last couple of months I've been going around doing workshops with in primary schools. And primary schools all have their sort of sound equipment and stuff like that, so they've been asking me, what do you want me to, what sound do you need for your stuff? And I kind of I said, oh, I'll just use your PA system. And I got there and I used their PA system, and I had a throat problem for 2 weeks afterwards. And I said, it's time to invest. But one of the things I realized was actually it was really important for me to really take care of my voice, because the acoustics in each space was so different. I mean, you have to think about when these schools were built. Some were big halls, wooden floors, shiny, no curtains. And I was deteriorating along the lines until I bought equipment, which was my own equipment. And now actually everything that I do with the children is done with a mic, knowing that I've got a lot to do after that. And with teachers, I kind of think about this, because I've seen many, many teachers that I've worked alongside just off sick every 3 weeks, back off sick every 3 weeks. And at the edges of their voice every single time that they're trying to speak to a class, because actually the room is not acoustically the right space for them to actually do what they want to do, which is ultimately just to teach. They just want to teach, but they're constantly fighting. So, your name again?
Brian.
Brian, sorry, lapse of memory. Okay. Brian. Brian. Can you help me with this? Brian.
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 Someone really went for it there. Brian.
Brian.
Really be aware where we are today. This is the space. Take a look, just for a moment, just take a look at the space. Just think about where your voice is going at the present moment. Is it there, or do you think it's coming that way, or is it just here still? Brian. Brian. There you go. Brian. Brian. Beautiful space. Brian. Brian, get up, Brian, get better, Brian, get better, Brian, get better, Brian, get better, Brian, get I saw all of you go, oh no! Brian! Oh, my boys. Just for the ladies now. Brian! Woo! Brian! Brian! Brian!